All 4 masks are sitting in my office on some mannequin heads. And anytime I feel like there's something special coming up, like today, I'll rock it. ¿Qué pasó? What's up, GQ? I'm Rey Mysterio, and these are 10 essentials that I can't live without. This is a must. So I always gotta carry 2 masks with me. These masks I don't wrestle in. These are masks that I do only for presentations, like right now. Different type of material compared to the one that I do wrestle in, but I always gotta rock at least 2, sometimes even 4, depending on how many days I'm on the road. My costume designer is from Osaka, Japan, and he gets down, man. Big ups to Hayashi. This one that I'm wearing right now is a collection of 4 masks that were made by Hayashi, an idea that he created, inspired by the band Kiss. And in the back of the mask, the lettering of Rey on the back. Ever since I found out what Lucha Libre was, my uncle Rey Mysterio Sr. wore a mask at the beginning of his career, and I always wanted to be like him. At the age of 14, 1989, I wore my first mask. I wore it all throughout 1998, maybe 99, which is when I lost the mask to Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. When I got signed for the first time with WWE, I came back with the mask. Since 2002 to now, I've been rocking the mask ever since. It's hard to put some of the biggest highlights of my career in order. One of the biggest ones is getting my first opportunity to be on national TV, making that jump over to the US and being part of ECW, then WCW. We all eventually want to be part of WWE. Getting there in 2002 for the first time, that was like a huge factor in my career. It's just been a crazy ride, man, for the past 36 years. So crazy that 2 years ago, I wrestled my own son, which is insane if you really think about it. First father and son in the WWE to become tag team champions. And then 2 years later, we end up facing each other at WrestleMania. Goes Hollywood. There's just so many highlights in my career that I've been a blessed man. My watch, the one that belongs to this little case, is my Nautilus Patek 5980, and this was given to me by my wife as a gift, and I love this watch. I rock it as much as I can. Obviously, it's more of a special occasion type of watch, so I always carry my Rolly as a secondary. This is the Submariner 41, black and gold. This is like my daily to-go watch. Bunch of scratches, been all over the place, been all over the world. The one I'm wearing right now is more for moments like this one. My perfume, Cologne, El Perfume. Baccarat is very distinguished. It definitely attracts people to ask you, hey, what are you wearing? I gotta thank my homie Spiff for hooking me up with this because he gave me my first bottle and then I ended up buying my second one. One of my favorite colognes, which is discontinued now. I was hunting it down for so long, and it was an Australian brand. It was called Christos, and it was a purple bottle, and that was like the Baccarat of back then, to me at least. But overall, this scent right here is very special, man. Oh yeah. Glasses. My wife always gives me shit because she says I pack way too many things, and I always carry 2 in case it's dark and I need the lighter tint. These are some Pradas and these are some Montclairs. But on top of that, wearing contacts for so many years when I wrestled, I think that messed up my eyes, so now I gotta carry my reading glasses as well, which I don't mind. So anything with the smaller lens, oval preferably, it's me. Pool time, beach time, I always rock Oakleys. That's just my thing to go to. Out on the road, I usually stick with the Prada or the YSLs. These are my first Montclairs that I picked up. Actually, my wife gave me these about 2 weeks ago, and I love these. I'm a big fan of that light tint that you can wear at night and during the day. I think this might be the first time I'm rocking glasses with the mask on. My wedding band, to me, very important, especially after losing 2 of them prior to the 3rd one. 29 years of solid foundation. I'm truly blessed to have this woman by my side, Angie, who has given everything to help me pursue my career. Partner, wife, mother. I hit the lottery with my wife, most definitely. So funny enough, when you're going through that phase in your life where you're traveling constantly on the road, seeing your kids for a couple hours, maybe one day, you really don't stop and analyze all the hard work your spouse is putting in to keep that foundation strong and solid. Now, what you can say, my personal life, stepping into my house and introducing them into the world of wrestling. Now, they won't recognize me, but if I'm walking with my wife in a mall or at a restaurant, they'll see her and then they'll go, that's gotta be Rey. So they recognize her first and then they recognize me. And the same thing happens with my daughter. There's nothing but love from all of us, the Mysterios, to all the fans in the world. Usually I like to carry my own powder protein and just have my shaker. Usually I do that as soon as I wake up. Within the first 30 minutes of waking up, I'm already drinking my first protein shake. And anywhere between 32 to 40 grams of protein per drink. I think I started to have more knowledge on what my body needed and what was really helping me out right around 2013, 14, especially for ACL tears. I had torn mine numerous times at that point, 12, 13 times, perhaps. And it was only my left knee. My right knee was good. It'd been going through war, my left knee, and my right knee was doing all the work. So I knew eventually my right knee was gonna give out on me at some point. When you start feeling and seeing the results, like there's no way you're gonna turn back. You're moving straight forward. And that's how I've been feeling for the past 2 years, 2.5 years. Definitely have to have at least once a day, sometimes even twice, but I need to have my protein shake. My wellness kit, and I have a bunch of goodies in here that I always travel with. It's a must. So I have a little, it's like a Theragun. My left hand, I have severe carpal tunnel, so my fingers tend to get numb, especially these three right here. And this helps me kind of just open up the blood flow on the wrist so I can have just better circulation overall. So this is a good little gadget that I like to travel with. The next thing I have is 8 the Way. Click this bad boy right here. It has 3 pressure points, 1, 2, and 3, and it also increases the heat temperature. So I have it at 50 right now. It kicks off at 40, 45, and 50 is the highest. This metal blade right here gets hot, and what I do is I just use it to kind of warm up the muscle. And wherever I have achiness, I just use it to rub. And it also helps breaking the scar tissue that I have from all the previous surgeries that I've had on my left knee. I use this bad boy every single day. And the last thing, this little gadget. And for some reason, I can't remember the name of it right now, what this does is something very similar to this without the heat. This angle right here, I use it on my knee and I just scrape off all that excessive scar tissue that I've had over the years. Just put a little bit of oil on there. I scrape down, I scrape up and across, and I just do that for about 10 minutes. Like all these little things that I do is what has helped me with my longevity over the years. Everyone has to have one of these at least in their essentials, but either mints or some gum. I really don't have a preference on what brand, as long as they are minty. Big fan of the minty, especially when you travel, get into a certain city at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., brush your teeth right away and throw in a mint and you're good to go. If I see the person next to me is kind of eyeballing whatever it is that I'm doing, I'll be courteous enough to say, hey, would you like one? I'm not trying to pick up a conversation. I'm just trying to be polite. I cannot go in the ring without my Red Bull. A lot of people have their rituals before they go on stage, before they perform, before they do something. Before I step in the ring, I always do the same thing. I always pray for the whole event that night to go well, for no injuries, and I ask God to bless me throughout my match, me and my opponents and my partners. Sometimes I'm running late, and I gotta find a Red Bull inside the arena because I'll forget to pick one up. Magically, one always pops up. Red Bull is one of my most important essentials prior to stepping into the ring. Is the phone, the iPhone. I've broken it a couple times and I've been without a phone, and it feels good to not have a phone, but it only feels good for a period of 24 hours and then you're craving it again. So I definitely cannot leave without it. My phone is cracked right now in the back. Still rocking it though. It puts me in contact with all my loved ones at any point. I FaceTime with my wife a lot and with my daughters. I'm not even a big texter. I'd rather voice text. I think the only app that I personally use, and it's a game app, it's called Golf Clash. And I'll be sitting on the plane sometimes, you know, swinging balls, man, fucking playing Golf Clash. Maybe you'll see Ray transition into a semi-pro golf player one day. Big thanks, GQ. Thank you for having me. These were my 10 essentials. Gracias, mi raza. I'm out.